Hello everyone, this is JMSReviews, and welcome to my review of a true classic, Halo Combat Evolved. Remember the good old days, when one of the only reasons to own an original Xbox was to play Halo? The days of gathering friends around the couch playing some co-op or multiplayer? Yeah, I don't all that much. Back then I was pretty antisocial, I didn't start playing Halo until about a year before Halo 2 came out. But still, when I finished playing through Halo 1 for the first time, it was like I just experienced the second coming of Jesus. Of course, now, standards for games are a lot higher. But that said, I'm always extremely impressed with how well this game still holds up after all these years, for the most part. The story in Halo 1 is, at a first glance, just your typical aliens vs. human story with the cheap little infection thing thrown in for good measure, but nah, it's a little more than that. You play as Master Chief, a super soldier with an awesome voice and a hot AI companion inside his head. On the run from a Covenant attack, the Pillar of Autumn comes across a ring-shaped planet that they decide to land on in hopes of mounting some sort of defense. You are the only one to survive from your escape pod off the Pillar of Autumn, and from there you do some hero stuff, until you eventually come to realize that Halo is actually of some high importance to the Covenant. Some sort of religious thing that's also a weapon of mass destruction. You're off to find Halo's control center, where you discover that Halo is actually even more dangerous than you previously thought. You find that while on a scouting mission, a group of UNSC soldiers released an infectious alien species known only as the Flood. And then things get even more complicated. I won't go any further than that for like the 5 people who haven't played Halo already, but the story is overall very, very good. The few actual cutscenes in the game were done very, very well, the acting is great for the most part, and the atmosphere the game gives off is only unique to Halo 1. It's very alienish and epic. I like it. Gameplay. Both the best and the worst part of Halo 1. Why? Just hang on. First, the good. The AI is almost always really good and challenging even on normal difficulty. The shooting feels awesome and is highly addictive. The music is without a doubt legendary. And pistol whipping grunt should definitely be its own sport. The melees can sometimes feel a bit off, but it's nothing too bad. Now, bad. One of the only complaints I have about Halo's gameplay is this one level. Possibly the worst level in FPS history. The library. The very definition of repetition, a means of torture. You will almost be able to feel your brain slowly turn to mush whilst playing it. Even without dying once, the level is like a 40 to 50 minute horror where only the bravest of gamers will survive through it in one piece. Now, considering the game came out in 2001, it's amazing. You're able to forgive some of the repetition, the graphics, and a couple other things, but the library is just... no! How I was able to enjoy it, even for a second when I first played through the game, I'll never know. I suppose it proves my point that until you reach the age of 15 or 16, your opinion means absolute dick, and even after that, it can still mean dick. Anyway, overall the gameplay is great, with pretty much the only thing keeping it from being still amazing is the library. So unlike a lot of games from back then, Halo still holds up and is still a great game. I was even able to get an old friend of mine over to play some multiplayer and co-op, and it's still incredibly fun. And hey, if it weren't for Halo, we wouldn't have Red vs. Blue. Or Rooster Teeth for that matter, probably. Looking forward to Reach, and I'll see y'all in my Halo 2 review. I give Halo Combat Evolved a 8.75 out of 10.